Hi and welcome to Young Guns. In the next hour we'll focus on Alex McLeish's new beginning and the players whose sole aim it is to return Rangers to the glory days. First up, it's those who've made the breakthrough, including irrepressible fans' favourite, Chris Burke. Next, training for the future, the Blue Heaven boys looking to make their mark in action with the top team. New signing Dado Perso reveals how happy he is to be joining the Light Blues. And the gaffer takes centre stage to give us the lowdown on his expectations for the season ahead. All that, plus memorable Rangers moments from the 2004 Hall of Fame. The training complex at Murray Park has been up and running now for 3 seasons, and the predicted timescale for young players making it through to the first team squad is proving just about right. Chris Burke and Alan Hutton are the first 2 to come through to the top team, and there are more on the way. It began at the start of the season with Zurab, then came Berkey and then Hamid Namouchi, and Alan Hutton added a run of games to his one appearance the previous season. For each of them, the Rangers experience shines in its own special way.
I'm really enjoying. Came big team, Rangers was big team. So my first season in Rangers, I'm really enjoying. But second one is we lost everything. So, but if we talk about my career and my life in Rangers, is really I'm enjoying because I signed big team, and so I'm really happy. When we start also SPL and Champions League, we done well against Copenhagen and now 3 big team in Europe, Panathinaikos, Stuttgart, Man United. So I'm really enjoying because nice Champions League games. You see full stadium, really good atmosphere, and especially this Man United game, home game. We lost this game, but it was really nice, really nice.
As well as being nice, how much have you learned as a player from playing against such opposition as Manchester United?
It's really good. I think any players think about Champions League, and any player think about national team. National team is like top World Cup, and for teams it's Champions League. So I play a couple games Champions League, and I feel now like different because it's really different football, different classic and quality and everything.
You unfortunately have had a couple of injuries this year. Looking forward, does your body tell you that you will be stronger next year?
Yeah, of course. Start my season in pre-season in Germany with the Rangers. We play first game, friendly game, I don't remember which team. Second half injured, so pre-season for me it was nothing, rest. We start Champions League, time for Rangers for me, and because many players, so short operation, Ronald, Thompson. So his half team is really like boom and out. So it's next season. We think about next season is fresh team, fresh players. So I'm sure we've done well next season. So it's the best team in Rangers and best player in Rangers. This is why I play.
Cannoli back to Fernando Rickson. Now Frank de Boer. Great pass from Frank de Boer. Namuchi's in there. Is it 3? It is 3, and that's a terrific goal from Hamid Namuchi. That's his 3rd goal for Rangers, Hamid Namuchi. And it was all about the pass from Frank de Boer. Inch perfect, Namuchi onside, 3-0.
Of course, I really enjoy this season with Rangers. When I signed, my objective was to have some game. And I had the game, I had sometimes from the gaffer. I hope to score more goals the next game we have. But it's a good experience to me to play with a good player, a young player as well. It's a good experience because we have a lot of experienced players like Ronald de Boer, Shota, Frank de Boer, and a lot of players as well. And it's good to introduce some young player because we can learn on the whole player. When you come to Scotland or to another country, you need to adapt to culture. You will not have the same food, you know, but it's okay. I adapt, I think, well. But it's very different. In France, we have more technical football, some passes. Here it's more physical, aggressive, but it's still good football.
Free kick's given this time against McLaren for the challenge on De Boer. And then the delivery for Namuchi, gets a second chance and slots it away. United caught out by the quick thinking of Frank de Boer with a long free kick. And the substitute, Hamid Namuchi, got the break after an initial stop by Gallagher. Knocked it in for his 2nd goal for Rangers.
The fan follow the team all the time, away or home. And this was a good thing. When I score, I feel some, the fan was with me. It was a good feeling.
Great pass from Frank de Boer. Namuchi's in there. Is it 3? It is 3, and that's a terrific goal. No wonder he celebrates with the Rangers fans.
Looking forward to next year, to next season, what would be your hopes for yourself and for the club?
For the club, it's easy. We'll win the trophy. The treble, why not? We did. And for me, more regular place into the team, more game, and feel better into the team and perfect my football, of course. That's it.
As you know, I've been promoted round to the first team end and things like that, so I do feel really right in there with the first team players, which is good. From last year it's come on a lot. I mean, I've been training with the first team every day, I've been with them for months, so I'm learning things from all the older experienced players every single day, which has made me such a better player, and you can see that if you watch the game from last year to now, there's such an improvement.
That's a good turn by Alan Hutton. That's a well-worked one too. Well, the Rangers fans appreciate the effort of the 19-year-old.
I can't even get over it. People stop my mum and dad in the street and saying, "Oh, you Alan Hutton's mum and dad," things like that. Or I'm walking about in Glasgow shopping and people come up and ask for my autograph. It's just, I'm still not used to it. Even though people have been doing it for me for a while now, it's still, just can't get over it. It's weird. I just remember the corner coming in and I felt it skiffing off my head and going to the opposite the way I was facing. So I didn't even know it went in. I heard the crowd all get up and roar and everybody was jumping at me, and that wasn't obviously till I realised then. So me being me, I just didn't know what to do and just ran about and probably looked stupid at the time, but I enjoyed myself. It was a great experience. Well, obviously it's disappointing. I mean, a big club like Rangers, you're expected to win trophies. I mean, obviously my first season really here in the first team, I would love to win a trophy, but it's not come about. But hopefully next season we can take this disappointment on to just kind of to drive us to make us play better and win maybe a couple of trophies.
Rangers coming forward. Alamanti. Still going, little ball across. Michael Moulds turns, gets it to Burke. Burke with a chance! Michael Moulds going to try for the hat-trick, and he passed it on to Chris Burke, and he hits Rangers swift. And you have to say the scoreline is somewhat hard on the visitors. It's Rangers 5, Hibs 2.
What did Alec tell you at the beginning of the season?
No, just to keep my head up and keep working hard. You know, he's seen me playing a few youth games and a few 21 games, and he thought I had a future at the club, and I think I've proved him that I have.
And the ball finds its way to Chris Burke. A ripple of anticipation round Ibrox.
Oh, it's a great lift. You know, the fans have been magnificent for me. You know, just stepping out on the pitch, and you know, you see the expectations of myself and the fans give me, and it's magnificent.
Pick out one or two highlights. We know it hasn't been a terrific season for the club, but for you personally, pick out one or two highlights for me.
It's been good for me, you know, playing in a few Old Firm games, which is always nice. You know, you always want to play in their games because they're just magnificent games to play in. And if somebody said at the start of the season I'd be playing in Champions League football, I would have just laughed at them, you know. But it's just been magnificent for me to play in the Champions League against Manchester United and Stuttgart, and playing at home against Panathinaikos. But it's just been a great experience for me this season.
Chris, you've also managed to pop in a couple of goals for the team, which is always welcome. One or two favourites of your own that you can remember?
Hearts, I think it was 1-1, and we just came out for the second half. I think we scored early on, you know. Michael Moulds was down the left flank, and he put in a great ball across the face, and you know, I was just there luckily to tap it in.
Michael Moulds plays it across!
You know, it was fantastic, you know, just for me to score the winner and to win the match. My hopes is just to, you know, establish myself as a first team regular, you know, and hopefully Alan Hutton and the rest of them can do the same. So hopefully there'll be more youth coming through, and next season there'll be a lot of Scottish boys training for pre-season.
But until that comes around, let's again enjoy some great action from the top team young guns. The BBC series Blue Heaven gave a fascinating insight into youth development at Murray Park. Here we feature the highlights and one or two names to look forward to in the years ahead.
Homegrown stars are adored by the fans, not to mention the club's financiers. Scouted at 12, what happens to a 14-year-old wonder kid? Contract at 16, pro terms at 18. Then what? Packed home stadium, charged atmosphere. The local boy turned club captain scores the opener in an Old Firm derby. It's what these boys' dreams are made of. For 2 seasons, we followed the fortunes of the first intake of youngsters aged 12 and upwards as Rangers tried to mould the football stars of tomorrow. We'll feature the boys' own stories as we meet them at Murray Park and at home, as they showcase the skills, the stamina, the desire and the luck to catch the coach's eye. Over the last 3 years, Charlie Adam has clocked up thousands of miles making the trek to training from Dundee. Scouted at 13, he was just one of the dozens of wannabes who could barely wait to flee school for a full-time football career.
Glasgow Rangers is a Scottish club and the supporters want Scottish players on the park. So part of the thinking behind this is bring the best young Scottish players into Rangers Murray Park and then develop them till first-team players.
Today, Charlie's swapped his training gear for a new suit. He and his parents are on their way to Ibrox for an appointment with Jan Derks. Dad, Charlie Sr., graced Thistle, Arbroath and Brechin during a 10-year career playing part-time. Young Charlie has no plans for the lower leagues of Scottish football.
In the past, the players were signed when they were 16, 18 and they came from boys' clubs, schools. But since a couple of years, the SPL has developed the Youth Initiative program. And we are part of that program. That means we have 13, 14, 15 and 16-year-olds in 4 different squads. The boys are in from 6:30 at night and they train indoors and outdoors 3 times a week. And they have quality coaching, and what I can see is they develop very, very quickly.
The basic fact is no club in the world can afford to keep being a net spender, 20, 30, 40 million pounds every year. So we realise we've got to grow our own talent, and I genuinely believe that Murray Park is probably the best financial investment Rangers Football Club has ever made. I think that the facilities are as good as any, and Dick would confirm that, I think, after being involved with PSV and the Dutch national team.
There's no doubt that comparing with Holland, this is the best facilities there is. In Europe, one of the best, definitely.
If they don't grab this opportunity with the incentive of getting the opportunity, there's no future for football in this country. We at Rangers have laid a foundation for other clubs to follow and young footballers to come here and hopefully one day pull on the blue jersey of Glasgow Rangers.
Yeah. Back out again. 1! Well done, David. Good.
This 14 squad has 4 or 5 standout performers. Developed together, they could become the nucleus of any side and the holy grail for a football club. A whole crop coming through at one time. Schmeichel fan Callum is their goalie talisman.
Ambition is to make it to the first team. Even though I don't make it right through the first team, if I get to the 18s, 21s, I can always go somewhere else. But I just want to be a football player. That's all I want to be. I've always wanted to do it. If you have to be a goalkeeper, you have to be daft. 50-50s. Can't pull out of challenges. I don't know what it is, it's always been like that. Like Andy Gorham. It's always been like that. Goalkeepers are always daft, that's what people think.
I moved to Rangers about halfway through under 14s, and then I was training for them for a long time. I stayed on at school to 5th year, done my hires, and then I signed for Rangers when I was 16. Obviously it's very hard. You don't see many young Scottish boys like me making it through to Celtic and Rangers big team, do you? So it's obviously hard, but I think I've got a good chance of maybe getting a shot at it.
Young backwards. Give him an extra punish.
When I really wanted to be a football player, you know, I have to make these sacrifices of no going out drinking like the other boys were doing at my age, still at school, out partying, you know, you have to be dedicated. You only get really one chance at it, you know, and give 110%.
So we go to the official part now, and I have a wonderful blue, Rangers blue pen, and we will sign the contract. I come to you, and also to you, so you can contra-sign them. Okay? This is the one with all your rights and duties, and I would like you to sign where it's called player. Okay. Thanks. Charlie, you're a Ranger now. Welcome to Rangers Football Club.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Stepping out for the first time in front of the Ibrox crowd with 3 crucial SPL points at stake, Chris Burke's hoping for his big chance.
You don't get time to think about being nervous when you're on the pitch. You just need to go on and do it. You know what I mean? There's no point in freezing. You just need to go on and get on with it. The manager just said, keep it simple. The first couple of times, you know, when you get the ball, but then easily grab yourself into the game. But the main thing is just go out and enjoy it. I think I did that.
The 14s are off to Holland for an end-of-season tournament, and there's 2 surprise promotions from the 13s squad. Jordan McMillan and Stevie Lennon have made the step up.
After we played Livingston, we got beat, and then I come off injured, and then Tommy McLean shouted at me and just said, you got a passport because you're going to Holland. I've been asked to step up because probably I'm quite strong for my size, and I've played at that level before in my boys' club. I felt great, I felt as if I was like one of the best players in the 13s, so I did. So it was really good.
Well, I've not been playing my own position, I've been playing centre half, and they've been seeing I've been doing well, so they've asked me to step in and help out in the 14s, and I've done that and I've done well. The tournaments over there, it's a lot better than what they are in Scotland. There's a lot more teams, harder teams, and it's no rubber ducks for them to win. The cups are better and everything, so there's a lot of teams. I'm just looking forward to playing against a lot of the hard teams.
Since he scored on his first team debut 6 weeks ago, Chris Burke's been on a high. He's had a taste of the big time and he wants more. Occasions like this are made for him. A brand new season and a brand new intake to Murray Park as each squad moves up an age group. Anderston boy Chris Craig and a new batch of 12-year-olds leave boys' club football behind. Keen to make an impression on the Murray Park coaches, they're honing the skills and tricks they hope will win them a pro career. Eventually.
It's easier to go there.
Having stepped up to the under-15s, goalkeeping prospect Callum Reedford is put through an intensive training session by specialist coach Billy Thompson.
Yes, and go again. Getting tired, but keep it going. Go on. One more time, one more time. Superb. Yep, keep it going. Keep it going. And rest. Boom. Go on, and now we go, now we go. You've got to be very, very careful. Because obviously young kids are still growing up, but you can tell. I'm a great believer in if Stefan can do it, then Callum can do it, or Graham can do it, or William. Yeah. Have a wee stretch.
Callum's on the fast track. He'll be blooded keeping goal in selected games for the 18s. He's a cert to be offered a pro deal. Chrissy Craig provides a vivid reminder of traditional footballing skills. His style and hair highlights bring to mind a Rangers hero of recent times.
I practice all the time. Keep it up here. My most is 300, 3,500, and it took me 45 minutes.
He is special. He's a real street football player. Does everything what's possible on the pitch, and sometimes he does the impossible thing, and that's what we like, because modern football lacks street footballers, the Zidans and the ball glued on their feet. He's one of them.
Last Old Firm game of the season for the 13s. A stage set for goal machine Chris Craig. Hat-tricks are no big deal for him, but a hat-trick against the Celts is special. Today it's Murray Park, but in his heart, the stages he dreams of are Ibrox and Parkhead. Form like this won him an end-of-season trip with the 15s to Japan, and by the season's end, he'll be locked into an S form, tying him to Rangers until he leaves school. It's a hands-off message to Premiership scouts sniffing about. Just 2 days after their international exploits, the 15s are back on league duty against Dundee United. Their coaches watched the Scotland game on TV, but decisions on contracts will be made on consistency of performance and not for brilliant one-off displays.
15s this season is like the French Alps, up and down. Sometimes their performance is excellent and they score 5-6 goals, and the one more beautiful than the other. And then next week they get beaten 5-1 or 5-0.
Sized up regularly by English clubs, these lads will likely win their Rangers contract sooner rather than later. Monday morning, and the 18 squad has 2 new recruits. It's a school holiday week, but this is no holiday camp. '15's hopefuls Brian Gilmore and Scott Agnew are in for a taste of full-time training. If they can impress Bomber, show they can cope, it'll boost their chances of a contract.
I'm here for a week in work experience, just to learn how to do a bit, but in full time, professional. Playing to see if I'm good enough to get a contract here, so trying to impress and get a contract. We were in a couple of weeks in the summer holidays and I knew it would be hard then, and even we've been training with the older bands and that, it's been even harder then, but I've still enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the rest of the week.
We train in the morning, get our lunch and come back out. We usually just train for 2 hours at night, but it's a lot longer training, it's harder with John Brown. It's good fun, but it's hard work.
There are a lot of bigger boys here and it's quite difficult to play against them, but it's good.
Best group is the youngest group.
It's hard work. They're a lot quicker and stronger, so it's harder.
Usually eat healthy every 2-3 days at home, but in here you get it via lunch and then your tea and that, so it's day to day, and I think it's better food for you anyway. The lasagnas and the pastas and vegetable soups and that, it's good. Plenty of water.
The verdict on the rigours of full-time football.
I haven't got my bed. A bit tired.
3 things I always say, you hear me? Attitude, spot on, work rate high, and quality. We must have quality.
The coach is demanding a result today. 4 of the Rangers lads are just back from an under-16 Scotland game. If they're tired, they better not mention it. John Johnson is leading the line. He doesn't disappoint.
I felt quite tired after the international game on Thursday night. I put a lot into that. I tried my best and put a lot into it, so I felt a wee bit tired, but we got off to a good start. I've scored a few hat-tricks last season, but this is my first one this season, so I'm quite pleased, and I'm looking for more, maybe against Celtic in 2 weeks.
At 15, John's got plenty on his mind. Keeping hold of the number 9 jersey for one. Homework, exams, parents.
I've never ever thought about anything else but football as like a professional career. Since I've been able to walk, I've been kicking a ball and just try to get into football and that, so I've never really thought of anything else.
The season's ending, but football's a 24/7 obsession for 13 striker Chrissy Craig. He's a familiar sight as he practices his tricks on the streets of Anderston. His keepy-uppy personal best has gone up from 3,500 to 9,000. Rangers rewarded him for his efforts this season by taking him on the 15s tour of Japan. Rooming with goalie Callum Reedford, his hopes are to follow Callum's footsteps all the way to Ibrox. And a first-hand welcome from the manager, Alec McLeish.
So there you are, boys. This is where it all happens, as you know. I'm sure you've been up in that terracing many times. A bit empty now, of course. You certainly rather play in front of a full house, eh? Even if they're moaning at you.
They'll be moaning at me.
They'll be moaning at you. I like that confidence. I've been impressed with you guys this year when I've watched the Scotland games. You've done well. Looked impressive. As I said at the time, need to write their names down and get them signed, and then the next day says they are signed. So at least somebody's doing their job right in there.
The newspaper back pages are rife with big money transfer rumours. But there's a feeling in the club that these lads could be headlines waiting to happen.
Reedford, Johnston, Gilmer, Agnew. We'll see you soon.
Well, it hasn't taken long for some of the young players featured in Blue Heaven to make their mark. Several have now been moved up to the first team for training. That's just what's been ordered by Youth Development Supremo George Adams. Alex McLeish knows all about George Adams' qualities when it comes to spotting talented young players. George was at Aberdeen when Alex played there, and their association continued when the gaff was boss at Motherwell. George has been in post as Director of Youth Development at Rangers for a year now and has set in place his vision of the way forward.
The first thing that we looked about was the recruitment side. That was trying to find the youngsters to bring in the first place. So we've looked at that, we've extended that primarily through Scotland. We've gone into Ireland as well, and we've gone abroad. We've also taken in other coaches, because it's important if you take in the best talent that they're coached by the best coaches. So the recruitment and then the coaching were the two main issues that I saw when I came in here. What we've done when we came in here, we've looked at the Scandinavian countries in particular, and we've looked obviously at France. If you look at France, they're obviously a role model for football, with the Arsenal team, the Man United team, the number of French players that are there, and that's the standard. We know that they're educated properly in terms of football, their discipline's good, and that's one of the reasons that we've looked at these countries, because you've got to aim to be the best, and by taking in boys that have been coached at an earlier level over in France, over in Holland, Germany, Denmark, any of these countries, we've now got a broad network of scouts in these countries, and they report to us on a weekly basis.
So the talent comes from abroad, George, and you've got Scottish boys who've been brought up know about Rangers. Is passion still a thing for the club that you try and instill in the boys coming elsewhere? Do the homebred boys have a wee bit more in that department, or is football now just a professional game where the boys are turning out to be good footballers more than anything else?
No, I think it's important that they've got the passion for the club. That's really, really important. We've got to work really, really hard at the early ages to get them indoctrinated in what we've got at Rangers Football Club, and that's the most important thing as far as I'm concerned. I just like boys that are good players, but if they've got this allegiance to the club, i.e. that they want to be here, then that's more important. The foreign boys, they come in, when they see the facilities, they see the background, they see the allegiance that we've got to Rangers Football Club, they just buy into that immediately, and we don't have a problem in any way.
Homegrown or from foreign fields, one of the things a young player has to get to grips with is the unique atmosphere at Ibrox. Where else would 10,000 people turn up for an under-19 league game?
Oh, it's brilliant. If you're not up for the game beforehand, you walk down the tunnel and you just see them. That's you're buzzing. I mean, our manager Tommy McLean said if Rangers and Celtic were playing tiddlywinks, that it'd still be as competitive. I just remember getting the free kick, and then it was a bit far out. Some of the boys were saying, "Don't shoot for there, just cross in." And I just had it in my head, no chance. I was just going to go for it, and then when I seen it come in, I just went mental.
Off comes Mikel Arteta, and on for his first game at Ibrox, his first game for Rangers, is Ross McCormack. 17 years old, another great prospect from the Rangers Youth Academy. And it's going to be another debut for a Rangers youngster with a big future, 18-year-old Gary McKenzie.
But while it's every young Rangers player's dream to face Celtic, George has a much more fundamental aim.
The most important thing that we've got to look at are getting players into the first team. Teams are not really important as far as I'm concerned. Our goal has got to be to get players into the first team. I'll be judged on one thing, and that's getting players through the system. And the one thing about getting players through the system is that if we get the quality, the recruitment's good, the coaching's good, then they'll go through the 19s and the 21s. We've got some gifted players at 19, some gifted players at 21. Now they've got to take the next chance, and that's been with the first team.
Ross McCormack and Charlie Adams have made that breakthrough and been enjoying their exposure to the first team squad.
Oh, it's been a great boost. There's so many good players in that first team. I mean, De Boers and people like that, it's good. I mean, you play 19s and then on the Monday you're playing 21s, and then sometimes on the Saturday you're involved in the first team. So you just have to raise your game all the time, and then hopefully you become a better player playing with players that are in our first team. So you can only learn if you're playing with them every week, which hopefully you can do. I got on well with quite a few of the first team players, Ronald De Boer and Shota, have the lads in that, and they tell me what to work on and things like that, which is a lot. So you have to learn because they're played in World Cups and that, so you have to just take their experience.
I just go for the same approach as like any training session, just give it my all, keep going, do what you can do, and hopefully it's good enough.
And let's not forget about the goalies. Goalkeeping coach Billy Thompson reckons Rangers' future is in safe hands.
Well, we've got Callum Reedford, we've got Lee Robinson, who we brought up from Sunderland. The two of them are 10 months apart. You know, you're talking 17 and nearly 18. Excellent prospects, doing really well in the 19s and the under-21s. Then, of course, you've got Graham Smith, who is on loan to Ross County. Graham's doing excellent up there as well. And Alan McGregor. And, of course, you've got Stefan. So, right from the bottom to the top, it's looking really good.
Perhaps one day some of the players you've just seen will become Rangers legends and feature on the famous Hall of Fame roll call on the marble staircase at Ibrox. I had the pleasure of announcing 2 of the new members at this year's event, which was, as always, a very special occasion.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know that tonight is always a favourite night for many Rangers supporters, because it is, when you think about it, the perfect forum to reflect on the incredibly consistent success story this club has enjoyed for 130 years. The long list of trophies won, and we have some with us tonight, including the world record 50 league championships, is a testament to a great football club. And it's these achievements ladies and gentlemen, we remember with pride tonight. 51 players are already honoured in the Rangers Hall of Fame, and soon we'll be inducting 6 more light blue legends to join them. Welcome, please, Ralphie Brand.
The 2 players who tonight join the Hall of Fame are Davy Provan and Ronnie McKinnon.
Seif down the wing towards Penman. It's a good pass. Provan shaving for a tackle. Penman fighting for control here. Well played by Provan there. Nice skillful play by the fullback. Gets out of what could have been a tight spot.
I know this must mean a hell of a lot to you.
Well, I've been coming here for the last 3 years, and I said to Linda tonight, if I don't win this tonight, I ain't coming back. But I can't believe I've been voted on tonight, and I can only thank everybody who voted me. Thanks very much.
Well done, Davy. And Ronnie McKinnon, of course.
It's Penman racing away now, but he stopped. McKinnon.
You know, I can feel your heart beating and the nerves and what it means to you to be honoured by Rangers like this.
Well, look, I went to South Africa 30 years and I said, well, I better come back and see if I can win this trophy, you know, kind of thing. And I didn't really believe it, you know, kind of thing, because, you know, there's a lot of great players out there who've played for the team and never got any recognition. They're all sitting at my table there just now and they all deserve an honour. And I hope one day they'll be standing here like me and Davy Provan, because they were great servants to the club, and that's it.
Well done, Ronnie. Well done, David.
And to present the nominations, a new member of the Rangers board, a man who both played for and managed the club during the 70s and 80s, the greatest ever Ranger, Mr. John Greig.
It is a great pleasure to announce the 2 players are Tommy McLean and Chris Woods.
McLean coming through. Good run by McLean. Tremendous run by McLean and a goal by Johnston. Oh, Tommy McLean, brilliant.
McDonald. McLean. Great chance for number 2. It's there, it's number 2.
Tommy, I've got, you know, it's been a pleasure of mine to be up on this stage for the last couple of years interviewing absolute legends. And I can't believe how much you guys are nervous and shaking about what this means. All the honours you've had in the game to be inducted into the Rangers Hall of Fame. It does mean a lot when I see you beside me like this.
Well, it is a massive club, and to be awarded this is a magnificent honour for any individual player. There are a lot of very, very talented players who's played with Rangers over the year, and as I say, it is a magnificent honour.
Tommy McLean, ladies and gentlemen.
Getting away from Durant, and that's a fine effort. There's Davy Dodds. And a lot of courage there shown by Chris Woods.
Well, you've done well not to drop it so far.
How did I know that was
It's so predictable. Chris, I mean, it's the same question to many of the boys, but I know what it means to you. First of all, tell me, when Graham Souness phoned you and said, you want to sign for Glasgow Rangers, did you say who, or what did you say?
I actually said to him, does he need a goalkeeper? So, and he said, yeah, and it just went on from there, really.
It's a great effort from McStade, brilliantly saved by Chris Woods.
I couldn't believe what a club it was, and I had 5 great years there, and it was a real eye-opener for me.
It is sometimes easy for us, if it's Scottish, and go abroad and we try to tell people how big a club this is. But I mean, you come into Scotland, and I presume down south you still tell people you really have no idea what Rangers are all about.
Oh, definitely, yes. All I remember, well, one of my great memories was the first season that we were up here, and obviously it was unusual for English players to come north of the border, and I think we were something like 9 points behind Celtic come Christmas, and to turn that round and win the league by 6 points was like just a fantastic season.
Two fantastic players, Tommy McLean, Chris Woods, ladies and gentlemen.
Please welcome Mark Hateley.
Thank you. And the players voted into the Hall of Fame are Barry Ferguson and a good friend of mine, John Brown.
Maybe we can just hear a few words of appreciation of all for Morris coming up to receive the trophy on behalf of Barry. I wish you best for the rest of the season. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a few words to the great man himself. We have a message from Barry Ferguson.
Sorry I can't be with you tonight, obviously due to me picking up a serious knee injury. I'd like to say it's a great honour picking up such an award. It came as a bit of a shock, but no, it's absolutely superb. So I'd like to say once again thanks very much and enjoy your night.
Rangers looking to go on the rampage. Barry Ferguson, surely he's done it. Rangers' new captain leads by example.
Barry Ferguson, ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by a man who I know the wee heart's just really thumping here. I know what it means to John Brown, Rangers fan inside out. And now, officially in the Hall of Fame. Bombers, the pride, I can feel it here. How does it feel, son?
I can't actually see the heads in here, but there's so many famous Rangers legends in here. And even the guys at the table there, they're a bit embarrassment coming up and picking this up. Because I think they deserve it as much as myself. Because we're a team. And that's the most important bit. But the pride in it, Morris is up here, he's come through the youth system. Wee Burkie, I hope you go on one day, get one of these, son.
Done me out a job. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Bomber Brown.
As I said at the start, ladies and gentlemen, it's a very special night, and I think Bomber has just underlined exactly why it's such a special night. Our congratulations, of course, to Bomber, to Barry, to Tommy and Chris, to Davy and Ronnie, who will, I know, remember tonight with great affection as they take their place among the greatest Rangers of all.
Well, there's no getting away from it. Season 2003-2004 has been a massive disappointment for the club and its supporters. There's only one thing to do: look forward with optimism. Alex McLeish is doing just that and has already made world-class signings with no doubt more to come. Here the gaffer gives the lowdown on the way forward, and we'll hear from two of his new boys and established stars who are ready to burst from the blocks next time around.
The emergence of Chris Burke and Alan Hutton, Namucci, who was scouted overseas. These lads in particular have I think, done well. Of course, things may have been different had we retained our experienced players injury-wise, and maybe not losing Barry Ferguson in the summer, which was a wee bit of a shock to us in the timing of it. Then, the kids sometimes find it hard to break through, but there was no holding Burke back, no holding Hutton back, and Namucci has got better every time he's taken the field.
Let's move on then to the signings that you've made, the important signings as you're building your squad for next season. The signing of Jean-Alain Boumsong just came out of nowhere to a lot of people. It was a big surprise. Had you been watching him? Was it the right time of the season to try and show the supporters, for instance, that you were moving the club forward?
Yeah, well, Jean-Alain Boumsong was a bit of a surprise to me when I was told that there was a possibility he would talk to Rangers, because I know he'd been linked with Liverpool and the Arsenals, the bigger clubs throughout Europe, and it was more likely that he would go and play in a stronger league. But when I told the chairman John McClelland and David Murray, Martin Bain, that Boumsong would talk to us, and he was a player that I really admired, and we can possibly get him. I explained that he was a Bosman signing, and everybody in the board was very supportive and said let's try and get him, and we managed to nail him, and I think it's a great signing for Rangers.
And of course, I know the past of Rangers, who is for me is a great club, and I decided to come because I also wanted to win something to win something and to be happy in my job, because I'm a player and I want to be happy in my job. And I think if we build a good team, we can do something in the European competitions. It will be a great challenge for me. I don't come here to keep quiet and to relax. I know it will be a difficult and great and exciting experience. So I will do all my best to be happy here and to be happy with my team and to have good results.
Celtic have Bobo Balda playing at the back for them, and he's been very successful, strong player in defence and attack. The Rangers fans are hoping you can be the same type of player, very dominant. Do you think you're like him? Or?
I have my style, but of course my game is physically, and we'll see. Bobo Balde, he has his style, and maybe we have the same style. We will see. But of course, I don't want to say I'm a strong player, but of course, I use my body, I use my body when I play, and I hope I will do as him, or better.
Did you play against him in France?
Yeah, in France, yes. When he was in Toulouse, yes.
Did you have good victories against him before?
Yes.
Another big signing that we've all got to look forward to coming to play the club, Dado Trousseau.
Well, Purso, again, you know, if you know the workings behind the scenes in a football club, then it's important that you're aware of who's playing where and at the highest level. And you know, we're pretty much up to speed with the names, and we've had Purso on a list for over a year. It was never quite right for us to get him. There were other equally good strikers that we targeted as well, and it's just timing, you know, timing really, and probably couldn't have timed it any better because he's in rich form at the moment. Certainly want him to come to Rangers and hit the ground running and cement a relationship right away with the Rangers fans.
For me, it's very special. I played before 5 years ago, and it's a very big club, and I'm very happy to sign in Rangers.
Of course, you were at Ibrox, yes, as you say, just over 4 years ago in the Champions League. What do you remember of that night?
But I remember I speak with my colleague Rodriguez. He played with me in Monaco, and it's I never see the ambience.
Yes, the atmosphere.
It's atmosphere. It was extraordinary, magnifique. Everyone he sing simply the best. And I have it's a very inoubliable.
Yeah, incredible atmosphere.
Incredible atmosphere. And, I always, when somebody asks me, what is the stade, which club you are have a good ambience.
Yes.
I always say Ibrox Park.
Of course, that was a great night for Monaco, but a bad night for Rangers because Rangers went out of the Champions League that night.
Yeah.
Maybe you can change things around this season and help Rangers in the Champions League.
It's very good to play the Champions League. For everyone, when you play the Champions League, you want to return. And this season, Monaco, we go to final. I think we beat the Porto, but I want to play next year with the Rangers Champions League. Why not to win? You've got these two lads that were mentioned, Marvin Andrews, coming all physically big. I know you've been quoted as saying we need to strengthen up, but it's more than that, isn't it?
Well, I didn't feel last season, you know, when we lost players in the last summer, the players that we added to the squad were, you know, there's no disrespect to them at all, but we brought players in to bolster the squad. It wasn't really to make the first 11 better, because the players who left were huge players for Rangers. So we did bolster the squad, but as I said, didn't really enhance the first 11 in comparison to the season before, and that's why this season we've concentrated more on bringing players in who are going to make the first 11 better, and we can add players to fill in holes for the squad later.
I think things are on the move to the benefit of the club. I think we're going to definitely be a lot stronger next year, physically, mentally, and the managers and the management team are constantly scouring for talent, and I'm quite sure that come the start of next season there'll be an awful lot of new faces and talented players, and you know, with a bit of hard work, well, a lot of hard work, I'm pretty confident that we can be the top force again in Scotland.
And helping the club to get there will be the Rangers support, who throughout this difficult spell have been phenomenal.
Well, I think the level of support we've had this season and what has been a very frustrating season has been fantastic, and that's not patronising in any way, shape or form. Away from home, immense following, filling up other people's grounds, and always backing the team right to the death in every game. And even at Ibrox, when I felt that they may get fed up with results and I was dreading seeing empty spaces at Ibrox, fans have still been there, and I know they'll be looking to a very different Rangers team in the start of next season. Will certainly be more of a I don't mean physical from the point of view of tackles and that. You know, although we've got to be winning our 50-50s. We'll certainly have a bit more presence in the squad. Quality, want to enhance the quality that at times was there this season, at the beginning of the season, and as we get weaker and weaker injury-wise, other reasons, then you know, our quality was never quite reached the heights of the start of the season and indeed last year. So I know that they love their club, and we all do. We all hurt together when it doesn't go well. But you know, Rangers have been around for 100 odd years now, and I expect them to be around for another 100 odd years, still picking up, winning titles, winning trophies, and nothing would please me greater than to get back amongst the silverware again and make the assault in the championship.
So there it is, a lot to look forward to as a new dawn breaks at the club. I'm excited about the prospects ahead, and one thing is for sure, Rangers will be ready. I'll leave you with a reminder of just what Rangers can do and look forward to seeing you at Ibrox.
Terrific goal from Hamid Mamouchi.
Here's Paul, can't get it there, and then goal! Berlinger has equalised for Rangers. And Rangers are 2-1 up, a brilliant goal! And Ibrox has erupted. Good strike. Great strike. Rangers ahead, Stephen Thompson.
Tries a lot. What a goal from Manoli!
Peter Leverkrantz. Saved by Stefan Klos.
Mamouchi gets a second chance and slots it away.
He's in a more brilliant goal. Michael Walton did it. Wonderful strike from De Boer. Kevin Ray. What a way to score your first Rangers goal. Gets it to Burke, Burke with a